Alright, welcome back to Little Red Boat Lures. So today I'm going to do a little install video of this Lite power adapter. And the point of this adapter is to be able to power your fish finder unit with this Milwaukee M18 lithium battery. The purpose of this is people were saying that with higher voltage to your Panoptics unit, your LiveScope, the clearer image you will get back. So with just my regular 12 volt battery, I'm normally getting 12.3 volts, but halfway through the day of fishing I'm going down to about 11.8 volts, depending how hard I'm using that transducer, the GLS10, the black box. So with this M18 battery, this Milwaukee M18 battery actually runs 20 volts, and I've done some research, and according to Garmin, the GLS is able to run up to 32 volts without any issues. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run the GLS10 and the 93 SV head display off of this M18 battery. This is a HD 12.0, 12 amperage hours, so this alone should last me a full day's fishing. I got this a while back when I was building this boat for a circular saw and a bandsaw. Worked great with that. Now it just sits. I don't really work on projects right now because I don't have a garage. So I mean, what better way to use this battery than power my LiveScope. So this adapter, built by Lite, pretty simple 3D printed adapter. It's just a base, and you can mount it anywhere on the boat. It has screw holes here, and just make sure your power and ground aren't touching, but it just clicks in. It gives that little battery something stable to hook into. I mean, I've seen guys just take these male pins, solder them to crimp them to some wire, and just plug them straight directly into your battery. I feel like this is a lot safer, secures your battery a lot better. So I went ahead and got this one. It was pretty cheap. I mean, $40. And yeah, I think it's gonna work well. Right now I have the LiveScope and the 93 SV connected to a 12 volt battery, which I use to supply my lights and pumps. Now I'm just going to rewire it. Right now it's going into the switch panel back here. I'm actually going to take them off of those switches. So I'm going to take them off of the main switch panel back here, and I'm going to power them with these little toggle switches that I bought on Amazon. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys the LiveScope with a 12 volt system running on it before we do the install, so we can do a comparison afterwards. As you can see here, see that's my lure dropping down, and then there's some fish there swimming around. But right here, this is called a ghost tree. It's due to interference, possibly because I'm running on the 12-volt system with all my accessories. That might be the reason that it's causing that interference. But you see, it's kind of in the way, especially where my boat's positioned, and the fish are about 10 feet away from the boat, in front of the boat, and so the ghost tree is kind of impairing our vision, trying to be able to see the fish and distinguish where the fish are at and where my bait is at. Alright guys, so this is my old switch panel. As you can see, this is where my anchor light, running light, bilge pump, and my live well are connected to. And these two, this was originally my head unit, and this is a LiveScope. So I'm gonna disconnect those and power them to these switches here, and I'm probably gonna install the switches on the bottom there. I can't run them on the same switch panel because they share. This panel is going to the ground for the 12-volt battery, so yeah, individual switches it's going to be. I got these 12 to 10 gauge connectors. Should fit on here, hopefully. Yeah. So that'll be a lot easier to do. Get 4 of these, and then also a bus bar for the ground. So 6 of these on there. Then cut this one's going to the head unit. Put a knot in that one. And this one's going to the GLS 10. Okay. Try to get some more slack from there. Okay. And then this one, that's my ground for the GLS 10. What I'm going to do is, for these ends that I cut off, put some heat shrink on there. switch off the tip, just so water can't get in there and mess up the switch panel. Don't know if it's necessary, but I'm just doing it as a precaution. Just like that. Okay. So I'm going to start off with the GLS-10 wiring. So that's crimped. I don't like this yellow thing. Try to cut it off. And then I'm gonna heat shrink that. Just to protect it a little bit. So you guys are looking for heat shrink to do this. Make sure you got marine grade heat shrink. The difference from regular heat shrink is that this one has like a glue inside of it, which seals water from coming in, just like that. This is actually going on this one and going to the bus bar. Sorry about that, guys. Jumping ahead of myself. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I think. So this is what I was talking about. This one came with a bus bar kit. This is marine grade. See it melted and sealed. There's a little glue in there, sealed up the wire. Okay, so that one is going to connect to the bus bar here, one of these terminals, and then this is going to go to the negative side of that battery. That's how it works. And this switch is going to go to the bus bar as well. connect the ground for each unit to the bus bar. Push those down. And this bus bar, I'm still trying to figure out where I'm gonna put it. For right now, probably just gonna keep it here. On this side. I'm just gonna mount it to one of the beams here. I got easy access to it. Okay. So we'll leave that for now, and we'll get to this guy. So I'm probably gonna need to extend my power source back here. I've decided that I am going to mount this inside of my back storage bin. Let's take a look. Alright, so trying to find a nice area, nice dry area to mount this, because this is obviously not waterproof. I was gonna originally mount it in the front storage bin, but there are times that I do get water coming over the bow. Let's say when I'm on the Delta and these big cruisers come through, these wakeboard boats come through, and I do get some water over the front of the bow. So I didn't want to put it in the front just in case it gets wet. So I'm looking at this spot here. If I mount this right about here, and slide the battery in, it'll just be sitting like that. I think that'll work just fine. This is just my plastics bin. I don't really need to open this all the way. I might find another way to do this. Yeah, gotta find another way to store my plastics. I just have them in Ziploc bags right now. If you guys got a better way to organize this, let me know. But yeah, I'll probably just down it here. I'm gonna drill a hole at the bottom, right about there. And then mount this up. It should be good. Alright, so this kit comes with these self-tapping screws. I'm gonna install these for now, and then I'm gonna go to the hardware store and pick up some screws, stainless steel screws, and nuts, and then secure it that way. Probably get some washers for the other side as well. But these will act as guide holes for me when I get those other fasteners. So so I got my blue wire for the ground, red for power. Strip these back. So connect the ground from the battery adapter to the bus bar. So I'm gonna have another wire going from the bus bar to the switches. what I'm doing here is, this is the power from the adapter, and this is going to go into one switch, and I'm going to jump it to the other switch. All right. Power works. Check voltage. Okay, so getting 20 volts from the battery, and once the switch is on, that's sending it the 20.5 to, this would be the head display. All right, this one would be for the LiveScope. 20 volts. It's good. So power's up. Everything looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the hole for the switches. And we're all done. Alright guys, so that was the install of the Lite power adapter going into the Panoptix and Garmin 93 SV. Take you guys out on the water tomorrow and we'll test out the units, see how they look. Alright, so here we are back out on the water testing this 93 SV Garmin unit with the Lite adapter, running a M18 battery. Here you see the 20 volts. Down here at the bottom you see these fish. You could even see the little tails on the fish. You see them swaying. Definitely did not see that previously with the 12-volt system. So again, down here you can see some more fish, and they're just swimming. See that detail that wasn't there with the 12-volt system. So next, I want to show you guys what a 1/32 ounce jig looks like in the water. Again, that's 1/32 ounce. It's a super tiny jig. I use this for crappie and trout. So imagine throwing any other bait bigger than a 1/32 ounce, and compare it to what you're going to be seeing. So here I'm going to cast it out, and it's going to fall. Right here you can see it, and I'm going to lower the gain, let it pop a little more, and there you go, like super clear at 1/32 of an ounce. I've thrown umbrella rigs and swim baits. You can see them from 100 feet away, and you can watch how the fish are reacting to it. And it's super cool. Another big noticeably big difference versus the 12-volt system, the ghost tree. As you guys saw in the previous video or previous clip, there was a ghost tree, and it interfered with how we saw the bait, how we saw the fish, and it was kind of distracting. Now, check it out. It's completely clear. I can only relate that to being due to the interference from the accessories connected to my 12-volt system. But in addition to that, I believe that the higher voltage from these M18 batteries, the 20-volt batteries, is cleaning up the image versus that 12-volt. But yeah, Lite, if you guys are looking into purchasing this adapter, I highly recommend it. Before you guys buy it, make sure your units are compatible with a 20-volt system. Last thing I want is to see you guys fry your systems because your unit's not compatible. I know for sure Garmin is compatible. I've been using this unit, or I've been using this system for a few weeks already. I highly recommend getting a 9.0 amperage hour battery or greater. I have the 12.0. That one lasts me all day. If you're going to go any lower, say with a 4.0 or 5.0, you're going to want to keep an eye on your battery level. You don't want it to drop below 15 volts. If you let it drop below that, there's a chance that you damage your battery and it will not recharge. These are expensive batteries, and I don't want you guys to lose money on that. There's an alarm on the Garmin unit to notify you if it drops. You can set it to whatever you want. I set mine to 15 volts. As soon as it goes off, I'm gonna swap out that battery. If you guys are looking into getting this system and you don't have M18 batteries, I know they have these knockoff brand M18 batteries on Amazon. That's another cheaper alternative. I'm not sure how long those will last, but I mean that's an alternative to these cheaper lithium batteries. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have more how-to videos coming. Hopefully get out on the water and give you guys some more videos soon. Thanks, guys.